We're back now for inning number 2 here in Elmira. And after both teams have their fair share of an offensive outburst in the first inning, this one tied up 1-1 as Jackson Inman digs into the box against Owen Hoyt, who's on for his second inning of work. That one, a called strike one. Inman appeared in every single game so far. He's hit the ball with authority. He's got 2 triples, which leads the team. Also got a double, so 3 extra base hits in the early going. He takes that one inside, count even at 1-1.
And, that makes sense. Somebody like Inman being in your lineup, you want him in your lineup every single day. Hit the type of power that he has, like you said, with the triples and the doubles. He's also driving in runs with 9 ribbies on the air, but he's also hitting for average. So
he taps that one to first base. Smith races to the bag, steps on in time for the first out here in the top of the second. Up goes in Hoyt's favor as there's one away here in the top of the second inning. And after getting a day off, the next man up is Cooper Romick. Romick has perhaps not the numbers that he would tell you he'd love to have, but there's a ton of talent in that bat. Guy who was second team All-PGCBL last season. Got the day off yesterday. Here he swings and misses for strike one.
It appears that they have a good system going with Bolton and Romick going, one day on, one day off. A really solid catching duo for the Muckdogs.
Throw in Cooper Fesh as well, who started yesterday at catcher, and you got a ton of guys. I mean, that's a great catching room. You really can't ask for more, especially in a league like this where you're playing every single day. I mean, you need to have catchers in and out, and they do it so well. So Romick flies that one down the right field line. It'll go foul, and the count runs to 1-2.
And, those catchers, it becomes a brotherhood over the season. Fesh, Romick, and Bolton, they all sit next to each other in the locker room, and, they can talk catcher stuff with each other, talk about framing, talking about, when to make that mound visit, when not to. They feed off of each other, and they make each other better.
Catcher position, really a thinking man's position, as the 1-2 on its way. Romick fouls it back. Count stays 1-2. On the theme of thinking and the catcher position, another catcher for the Pioneers, Carl Wagner. That one popped up first base side. A lot of foul territory here, but that one will reach the stands. The count remains 1-2.
A lot of foul territory, and you can't see it on the stream, but there is a massive bundle of tarp along that right field foul line. If somebody were to hit a ball over there, that could be dangerous.
1-2 on its way. Fastball up and away. Romick leaves, and the count is even at 2 apiece.
Very good count for Romick here. Hoyt gets a good first out, good quick out to start the inning, but Romick extending this at-bat, making it hard for Hoyt.
2-2 pitch. Popped foul, first base side out of play once again. That's one of the quirks about Dunn Field here. A ton of room in foul territory. I mean, you know what it reminds me of, Luca? Of course, gone now. The Oakland Coliseum.
Yes, of
there
course.
Was so much room there. This honestly matches it as the 2-2 on its way. That one's cracked down the left field line. It's going to get down and roll to the wall. Romick is going to...
Hoyt on the 2-2 pitch, trying to blow the fastball by him. Romick was all over that pitch, shot it right into left field, and gets himself his first double of the year. And the Muckdogs are cooking here in the second inning.
Another guy who's played a ton this season in the early going, but had the night off last night. It's Brian Fry digging into the box. Fry has been an on-base king in the early going with a .500 on-base percentage. So he takes that one for a called strike one.
And, that's such a plus if you're the manager, that you can have somebody like Brian Fry in the middle of your lineup who can, just get on base. We were talking about that with the Yankees lineup with Jazz Chisholm, having a guy 5'6", who gets on base for the other guys who can get some knocks and bring him in.
0-1 on its way. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. That's strike two. And another great thing about Brian Fry is the versatility. I mean, you look at the diamond, Brian Fry has probably played that position.
He plays everywhere.
He's been all over the infield. He's got left and center field covered. So that one is tapped up the middle, fielded at second base. The throw to first is in time. Made that closer than you would have thought. But they're 2 away now as Romick advances to third base.
Couldn't have said it better myself. I really made that a closer play than it really should have been. Just shows the kind of heart that B-Fry has. As Vetchko, the Aaron Judge clone, if you could say, is up to bat.
Vesco has a ribby on the season. He'll look to add a second to his total as he takes that one for ball one. In the early going, he's got a 167 average of 353 on base. Doesn't have an extra base hit yet, but you know that's coming. There's some pop in that bat for sure as the 1-0 is on its way. Outside, ball two.
Surprised to see Hoyt throw a breaking ball on the 1-0. I thought he was going to try to get back in this count. Leaves it on the outside corner. Now he's down 2-0, leaving Vetchko in a good spot to get something on the ball.
He swings and misses, just a tick early on that one. The count, 2-1 now.